Hi, and welcome to the SEO podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of eWebStyle.
I am Charles Lewis, your Internet Marketing Specialist.
Welcome back to another fun-filled edition of our podcast. This is podcast number 227, right? 7? 6?
227, right
227, it's right there. All I have to do is look right behind me, and it tells me what podcast it is. It's all magic here. So, as always, there is a tip from our previous podcast. Our previous podcast tip is, in order to increase click-throughs on your PPC ad, make sure, and by the way, it's sounding foreign to you, right? Because I reworded your tip. Make sure you speak the language of your target audience.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that whoever your target audience is, that you speak a language that they're comfortable with, that they're used to using. For example, if you want people to download, let's say, a mixtape or some sort of music file, or then speak that language. Download this mixtape. Don't say, I don't know, download this file or download whatever or get it free. Yeah, don't say get it. Tell them to download it. You know, if you're offering an ebook or something, mention ebook in your ad. Don't mention file or PDF or whatever it is. Definitely speak the language. Maybe you're dealing with an urban community and they speak a lot of slang. If that's the case, then that's okay to use that type of verbiage in your ad. Make sure you stay consistent with your product offering and who you're targeting.
Go ahead and use y'all if you're targeting Texas.
Definitely.
All right, so if you have some sort of device around you, what you should do on our behalf or for us, because out of consideration for us, is you should tweet. And what should they tweet?
You should tweet this. This right behind us. Hashtag SEO Podcast. This is number 227. Be sure to tag us in it at Best SEO Podcast and at eWebStyle. That way we can follow you back and do all of our social stuff.
All right, so if you enjoy our podcast, and we know you do, we are the most popular internet marketing podcast on iTunes because of you.
Yep.
If you do enjoy our podcast and you haven't done us just a small little teeny tiny favor, what you should do is you should go on to, first, one option is go on to G Plus local page.
Yeah.
3 ways to get into our G Plus local page. They're all They're all very easy. e-webstyle.com/
Google Plus.
or /
Google Plus.
or /
G Plus.
or /
G Plus.
All of those will take you to our G Plus local page. Please, if you're there, write us a review and write it for 5 stars.
While you're writing that 5-star review, don't forget to +1 us and put us in your circle.
Excellent. Next thing that you could do, it only has 3 simple steps. Go on to iTunes, create an account, write a review, and also make that review 5 stars. Finally, on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/
eWebStyle.
and while you're there, there is a review area. Click a review, add a review, also make that one 5 stars. My voice is going to go out eventually. And please don't forget, we are your friendly, local, neighborhood top position snatchers.
Yes.
Where our mantra is,
Don't be a douche.
we have I'm going to get through all these commercials really quickly here. We have a referral program. You send an SEO customer to us. They pay bill. We pay you. Simple. Get onto our website. Get a free website analysis. Our website is e-webstyle.com. And on any page you go on to there, I don't know why I'm tossing that down.
Yeah.
We need to pick it up in a second.
I was going to ask you that. Like, okay, you just
What
feel
are you
like
gonna
dipping
do
out of
now?
screen to pick that up, huh?
So
Go get your arm.
the other thing that you can do, if you want to haunt us, stalk us, I don't know, console us, you could do that
Consoling?
there.
Yeah, we needed some consoling today. Comcast left us feeling down and out.
Like no internet, and we're an internet marketing company. We should now.
That's why you're getting a podcast at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have internet from 8 a.m. through, 3 o'clock? Maybe?
Long.
Yeah, too long.
It was way too long. All right, so I was saying, if you want to stalk us, Facebook.com/
eWebStyle.
Twitter.com/
eWebStyle.
YouTube.com/
eWebStyle.
and you can send us an email, podcast at
e-webstyle.com.
All right, quick and simple little, let's do a review. This is good. Punch in the face to David Lewis. He's with,
David Lewis, that's what's up.
yeah, he's with,
Sound familiar.
yeah, I don't know why his name isn't in here. That sucks.
The thingamajiggy, what you
I'll
call it?
remember it. And let's switch to news, and then I'll remember that.
He's the guy from that thing.
He's
That
the, yeah.
commercial.
He's not as good as the
sorry.
one. Yeah, I just put my pictures on the wall, and it's
Yeah,
so
oh,
much
man.
easier. That's not how it works. All right, so anyway, David Lewis's review is punch in the face to E-Web, keep kicking shins and delivering the meat. I like that. That's awesome. He is with an
kicking shins and delivering the meat. All right.
Yep, he's with an AC company here in Houston, and we've had some good conversation. He's doing some good stuff already, so we're actually going to bring him in and meet with him in about 2 weeks. And I'm trying to remember the name of his website, but anyway, maybe we'll remember it and get to it. A little bit of news. China is testing drones where the drones actually spit out stuff that collect pollutants and then have the pollutants fall out of the sky. I just don't know if I want to be
hit with a pollutant.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
like air poop. Isn't that basically air poop?
Smog bomb.
Yeah, smog bomb. Yeah, I don't know. There's a Snowden phone. I don't know if you read about that. So it's based on the Galaxy S2. And what it does is it does a lot more encryption and can't use it, and the NSA can't quote unquote follow you. And finally, there's a new way to interact with people. Teenagers are using it. College kids are using it. It's more intended for college kids, and there's a little bit of hoopla about it. It's called Yik Yak. Yeah. It's a pretty cool concept where it's kind of like a local Twitter. So based on your GPS, it knows who's around you, and because this would actually be really good for the situations. I mean, where there have been shootings on campuses or whatever. If everybody's tied into that. That could be really interesting. Anyway, so based on your GPS, and if you have the app, then you can interact with each other all in one group, and it'll let you do up to 500 people. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think so. I mean,
do you get on? Do you go check it out?
I probably will check it out.
Okay.
Only because I'm social like that. I'm not sure how often I'll use it. I may not want everybody to know I'm in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Just don't.
I don't know. I mean, because probably not, right? I check in everywhere I go, so I guess that's
they know it anyway. Yeah.
So we'll see. May not want any random people walking up to me.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Because then it's random people who know who you are and where you're at. Did we have any algo cat?
No algo.
No algo cat. All right. Well, that has been the meat of our podcast. Let's get, the potatoes of our podcast. This is, you take internet away from me and I'm suffering. Let's get to the meat.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to talk social media today. And I got a pretty good article from Search Engine Journal posted by Albert Castile, punch in the face to him. 10 mistakes we've all made on social media and how to fix them. So great title, made me click on it.
So what we'll do here is we'll let you know if we've ever made this mistake before, right? Because it says that we've all made it. So we're going to see if we've made this mistake before, and hopefully the answer is at least for 2 of them that we haven't.
We probably made them all,
Yeah, probably.
But we'll see. But anyway, it's a great article. I want to present it to you guys because I thought it was informative. So let's dive in. Number 1, he says treating all social media platforms the same. That's a huge mistake, and I see people do it over and over and over again. Matter of fact, I was talking to, we had a client come in, or a potential client come in, and we were sharing with her what we would do in regards to marketing her social. And so first question she asked was, how can I get these same posts on LinkedIn? And I was like, well, you don't really want to use LinkedIn like you use Twitter. And so let's take that a step further. You don't want to use LinkedIn like you use Twitter. You don't want to use Twitter like you use Facebook. Shouldn't use Facebook like you use Google Plus, and so on, because they're all different platforms. They all have a different type of people who use them, and they all have, various features that the others don't have. Twitter got to keep it short and simple, right to the point. Excuse me. Matter of fact, keep it short and simple, right to the point. If it's Facebook, that Facebook user is likely a grandma or somebody a little bit older, Gen X maybe. But the object is to probably look at photos and read some contents and share a lot of videos is what's really happening on Facebook a lot more now. Twitter, you don't have space for all that. You have content limits and character limits, and so you have to, abide by the rules. Keep it under 140 characters. Right? Google Plus are a lot more techies right now. They haven't really been widely adopted. And so that's the place where you want to go into detail and provide all sorts of other information, links, videos, and everything else. That's kind of where you want to do that at. So that was number 1. Now, I will say The one thing he didn't talk about here, which I will bring up, is Instagram. A huge social network right now, growing. Yeah. If you're trying to use social media and really find that Gen Y, that 18 to 30, type demographic,
Instagram.
Find them on Instagram. Yeah. And now Instagram is also probably the one social network that you can sync with Twitter and Facebook, and whatever you post on either one of them will be fine on Instagram.
Because it's pictures.
It's images. Yeah. Exactly.
In fact, one of the articles that I thought about, pieces of news that I thought about putting in was Instagram just inked a first deal with a major marketing firm. Marketing firm has like 5,000 clients and spent, I think it was $100 million in Instagram advertising. That's recent, so maybe even within a month or something.
Yep.
So
Instagram is great for advertisement, great for marketing, especially if you're like in an entertainment industry and you need those little 15-second shout outs or 15-second quick promos or flyers or whatever it is, product images. Like, that's where you go. Now, what Instagram should do is make it easy to repost what other people have already posted. Right now, I use a repost app, which kind of takes everything that I've liked, and then it'll redo it, which is kind of cool because it gives you the option to save that image to your own device.
Right.
But come on, Instagram, like, incorporate that. I shouldn't have to use something extra to repost it.
Platform, yeah.
Definitely. So I would work that. Number 2, posting at inappropriate times. This is key. Writer goes on to say, do you think someone in California will respond to a tweet that a New Yorker sent out at 8 a.m.? Most likely not.
No.
I like this one here. Facebook engagement rates are 18% higher on Thursdays and Fridays. Twitter weekdays have a 14% more engagement than weekends. Interesting. Yeah. With 5 p.m. having the highest amount of retweets. So you take that sort of knowledge and you use that effectively while you're posting.
Yeah.
Right? No need to post all your stuff early in the morning. First thing you do, get to your office and do all your posts, because nobody's going to see those because they probably haven't got to work yet or whatever it is. I'll say this, and I think I'll get back to this a little later, but I'm going to say it now. I think it's okay to post the same post, especially on like Twitter, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Especially if you're somebody like me who has, I follow 2,500 people. And so when I'm using TweetDeck, it's constantly scrolling. And so if you only post it once, I'll likely miss it.
Right.
So it's okay to post it more than once, maybe at 8, then again at noon, then try it again at 4. Maybe one of those 3 times I'm subject to catch it.
Right.
Number 3, placing quantity over quality. Man, we haven't really made this because we believe that, having followers and people who actually engage with you is more important than having a ton of them.
Right.
Ask this to my children. It's all the numbers game to them. Follow me and I follow you back. I don't care who you are type attitude.
Right.
I'm trying to change them to get them away from that. But and that's what I'm noticing with most younger people. They're focused on having tons and tons of followers and tons of likes and tons of friends. People who won't share your content, who aren't loyal to your product or your brand, don't really care about you. That's not an effective use of social media.
Right.
Instead, target people who will engage, who do like your product, who will maybe retweet you, who will share your article or share your link. Matter of fact, in regards to that content, because this goes into not just the numbers, but also to what you're posting
and how often
you're
quality,
posting.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't want to post several links to blog posts that kind of suck, right? You want to take some time, put together a quality post, together a quality Facebook post and a Twitter tweet, and post it out, and with the whole objective of getting some sort of engagement. I call it the old versus and. Like, you want something that'll go, oh. Or you don't want anything that'll, yeah, and then
man, that's almost an
exactly. So O versus and. Think about that when you're creating posts, and think about that when you're generating followers. Number 4, not taking advantage of a bio. This is huge because I see it so many times. Frankly, if you don't have a bio, I won't follow you back. Appreciate your follow, but I won't follow you back because I don't know what you do. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're located. I don't know how me following you helps me. And the only way you can educate me on that is if you have a bio. if you have a bio, then I'm subject to go and scan through your most recent tweets and then see if I want to, follow you or not. So add a bio. Now, I will say the bio is probably one of those things you can keep consistent across the board.
Yeah.
Your Twitter bio, it's okay to have that as, have that in your Facebook about page.
Yep.
It's okay to have that as your personal description on LinkedIn. That's fine. Number 5, not posting enough versus posting too much. That kind of goes to what I was saying earlier. A good way to figure out how much you need to post is check the quality of followers that your followers have. So, for example, when somebody follows you on Twitter, check them out first. And you realize, they follow a lot of people. And if you start realizing that most of your followers follow a lot of people, then it's probably okay for you to post a lot of times because you have more opportunity to get your post in front of them. However, if your followers don't follow a lot of people, but they do a lot of retweeting, they do a lot of sharing, then they probably don't follow a lot of people for a reason. That's so they can absorb content that they're interested in. And if that's the case, then you want to strategically post and make sure that it's in a position where they can get it and they can share it. Number 6, using automated messages. I don't really like them, but I understand them. And sometimes they're okay. What I hate is the ones where you get the automatic douchey message that's so spammy, and it's like, thank you for following me. I'm the greatest person ever, and whatever. Boo, that'll probably get you unfollowed real quick.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a sign of the kind of tweet you'll probably be sending out, right? That's the sign of the kind of content you'll put out. But then again, some automated messages are okay. So let's say you're a brand, right? Let's say you're selling a product and you're Twitter and you're marketing on social. Then maybe your automated messages, thank you for following us. Click here to download this coupon, or click here for, maybe you're an artist, right? You make music. Thanks for the follow. Click here to download my latest mixtape for free, and it has a bonus song on it for you because you follow me, or something like that. It works great for products and artists and things like that. But if you provide a service and maybe you're some expert at something or whatever, then that's kind of cool. then maybe following isn't really the best thing you should be doing. I mean, automatic messages. Number 7, not proofreading. This is key. It's okay to use shorthand, especially on Twitter, right? Because you only have 140 characters, and so sometimes you may have to abbreviate in order to get your message across. But just blatant misspellings and things like that, that's not really what you want to do. That's not. It has a harmful effect, and it could be detrimental to your branding, to the reputation. And I'm thinking of a company who did something. They did over the Super Bowl. They
some
big company. What did they do? I can't think of it right now. But it was bad, and they had to come back in and try to do some PR cleanup and fix it, and everybody, it was like,
well,
even though
in the bad way, and then as the response.
Yeah, it was more like, ooh. so proofread your stuff. But like I said, it's okay to use shorthand, especially in situations where shorthand is necessary. Just again, back to that first one, make sure your audience, or like our tip was, make sure your audience understands it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I can use crazy shorthand when I'm tweeting my kids directly and things like that, because they understand it.
Yeah.
But if I was to, DM or send a text to my wife using some of the same
lingo,
abbreviations I use with the kids, she's gonna be like,
huh?
Exactly. And so I'll get a phone call.
No follow.
Exactly. So proofread your stuff. Number 8, using social media only as a megaphone. Yeah, social media is a two-way street. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Right. If you're on there and all you're doing is blasting out promo and blasting out how awesome you are and blasting out why you're the greatest, but you're not reciprocating that love, you're not retweeting people who may also be awesome, maybe people who enjoy your product, you're not following them back. That's what I can't stand. Yeah. People who have 100,000 followers and they follow like 12 people.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude, really?
Remember we talked about when Kanye West, like, he's like that. I think he has like one follower. He follows one person or something, or none. and then he followed one random dude, and everybody was trying to. He was like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. That was hilarious.
And when you're Kanye West, you can probably get away with that.
Yeah,
because, yeah.
you're famous.
Well, not just that. I know you don't care.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
but you know,
he's,
for
he's
us,
putting his life on the line every day, making music.
but
know how
if
that
you're
works.
in business, you're small business, and you're trying to use social media to get more business, then you must follow people who follow you. You must like other businesses. It's okay to like your competitor. You know, you won't get, well, I ain't gonna say you won't get fired for it, because
Right.
remember the lady liked her, anyway.
Yeah.
So it's okay to do that. It's okay to retweet people. It's okay to share links on Facebook that somebody else has posted as a business. That's okay, because people see that, they recognize that, and they remember that. Number 9, not properly using the @ symbol or hashtags and images. I like the trick you pointed out here. I was already doing this, but I was using it with the word "the" or just small words. So, for example, on Twitter, if you're sending a reply at somebody, and so you started off with that reply
Right.
at them, then only you and them are the only people who will see that, even though you may want it to be public. So the little trick is put a period in front of it, right? And then go at. And then that way, everybody on their timeline and your timeline can see it.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. He says, well, I wrote this. If you have hashtags that you use frequently, this is gonna be our tip.
All right.
If you have hashtags that you use frequently on like Facebook and Twitter and G+ and Instagram, then create content on your website optimized for that same hashtag. Because when people click those hashtags, especially in Google, then web content shows up. And if you're optimized for that hashtag that you're promoting so much, you want your site to come up.
Yeah.
Last thing you want is maybe some random people who also use a similar hashtag or use that hashtag as well.
Or your competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To show up for something that you've been marketing, that you've been putting, time and effort into. So make sure you have pages on your site dedicated to specific hashtags. Makes sense, don't it?
Yep.
Last but not least, number 10, he says, saying too much. Yeah, sometimes you can say too much. Kind of like the newsletter concept. When we send out newsletters, we tend to give you snippets with links that bring you back to the blog. That way you can read everything you want to read, and frankly, you're in a place where you can convert now because you're on our site. And so treat social the same way. Nobody wants to log on Facebook and read War and Peace, right?
Yep.
Just give a summary and then a
Well,
link.
there is that one guy.
Well, that's the same person though, who put it on their wall.
Yeah. And unfriended the person standing next to him.
Yeah. So don't do that, right? And especially with Twitter, I'll give you this tip as well. It's 140 characters. He says stick to tweets that are under 100. And I totally agree. They're easy to read, but more importantly, if somebody retweets it, you leave them room to add a quote, to add their 2 cents,
Thanks.
to add whatever they want to say.
Wrong, right, awesome.
Exactly. To your tweet. And so give them that space. If you maximize your character limit, then
There's no
I
way
may
to-
not even retweet it because I can't say what I want to
Yeah,
say.
the other day I retweeted and I was like, okay, what do I have to delete in order to add my message to this? And
And now you get to changing their original tweet,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah. So don't do that. So that was the top 10 things, top 10 mistakes we all made on social media and how to fix them. Punch in the face to you, Albert. Great article.
great job. Hey, I want to give a punch in the face to Ben Chapman, who's actually watching right now with his twins, and he sent us a twit pic of us on his video camera while his twins are painting. Ben,
Punch in the face, dude.
That's
And punch in the
just
face to your setup, because I have my TV mounted over the fireplace as well.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of cool.
cool. Punch in the face. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Any what or what?
Well, I kind of got some.
Okay, we'll go with.
Oh. Yeah, so this one goes out to Yahoo, right? So they've been making some changes.
Ooh, wait, so it's that
Yeah, I
sounds
think this is
positive
a
for
good
Yahoo.
move.
Wow,
I think
cool.
this is a good move for them. I'm not sure if it's going to end up
Pan
being a
out,
good
yeah.
move, but it seems like a good move. So, they made a change where you have to log into Yahoo using your Yahoo account. They disabled the option to log in using Facebook.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. In order to get more people to use
Your
Yahoo,
platform, yeah.
you have to make them use your platform.
Yeah.
And so kudos for that. I think that's a positive move. It may not pan out because you were going downhill, and you just technically removed access for a whole group of people. But I think if you stay with the ship, I think that could be a positive move.
Cool. All right, good job, Marissa. All right, this has been podcast number 227. That's what you see right behind us. This is the best SEO podcast on iTunes.
On the whole known universe, planet, galaxy.
Follow us on Twitter
Universal
at Best
Planet Galaxy.
SEO Podcast. And we are the #1 podcast because of all y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anyone watching, Ben, thank you for watching. And until the next podcast, my name is Chris Burrows.
I'm Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.
All right.